Okay, good afternoon, everyone. We'll get started here. For those of you who don't know me, well, I guess first, let's make sure that you can all hear me, because my voice is kind of really scratchy and softer today. Okay, Daisy can hear. Hi, Tommy. Hi, Daisy. Hi, Kat. Hi, Boca Sierra. Hi, Kitty. Hi, Auburn. Oh, there's a new one in there. Hi, Auburn. How you doing? Froggy. Hi, Froggy. Hi, George. Hi, Sydney. Good to see everyone. Okay. Yeah, you'll have to please excuse my voice and things today because I do have a cold, so I'm going to try not to talk too much and can't really talk too loud. If you have any questions, please hold questions till the end because your question may be answered throughout our meeting. Yeah, this cold for some reason, Froggy has been like hanging on all winter. And it's driving me insane. So if you have any questions, just save them till the end when we open the floor for questions. So that way, everybody's question will be able to be answered. So starting off, my name is Sugar Palino for those who do not know me. I'm co-owner and co-founder of Island Oasis. My real-life husband and in-world partner is Damian Palino. He is the other co-owner and co-founder of Island Oasis. Oh yeah, he does that dumb gesture. My job in Island Oasis is to take care of everything in world. Anything that happens in world will kind of go over my desk, and I will take care of that. Damien's job is to take care of everything out of world, all the programming, implementing of new coding, things to make Island Oasis run. The other staff we have here is Allison Palino. She is on the executive staff. She is also the director of marketing. So she takes care of all the marketing department and things. Also with being a Palino, she's also in charge of everything that we do. She kind of helps with everything. Sub-Zero Palino is the Island Oasis scripter and is also on the executive department. Right now, he does not have any sound or anything on his computer. So with his move, he kind of lost some things. So that's why he is not at our meeting today, because he cannot hear anything we're saying. Again, please make sure everybody has their voice on so you can hear me. Lip read. That could be interesting. I should tell him he's got to do that. Make sure you have your mics muted, but you're able to hear all of us talking. Okay, now that I've introduced the staff, I will bring up the stats. Okay, as of right now, active regions we have on the grid is 187. Total residents is 6,131. Total logins for the last 30 days is 5,868. And unique logins for the last 30 days is 797. Our new member account for the month of February was 131. And as of today, it's only the second, we have 12 new members as of today. So I'm definitely going to be talking to you about the new members and things. Babe, do you have the money stats?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Damien's going to get on real quick and give you our financial stats.
Hello everybody, can you guys hear me? Yes, awesome, okay. Oh, let's see here. Let me bring those numbers up real quick. These numbers are running 30-day total. So as of today, the past 30 days, there have been 2,718 financial transactions in world between members, between residents. We have a total of 390,000 Palinos have changed hands in the past 30 days. And we have a total of 1,428,000 Palinos currently in circulation.
Awesome. So our economy is still going strong. Okay, I have a couple things that I wanted to talk about today. First is, as of yesterday, it was Island Oasis's 3rd year anniversary. We opened to the public March 1st, 2011. We had started building I.O. back in January of 2011, but that was when we actually had our website where people could create their own accounts and things, and opened March 1st. So we are still here, we are still going strong, and we continue to be here for another 3 years and more. So it's great that we're able to have our 3rd year anniversary. A lot of open sim grids don't make it even to their 1st or 2nd year anniversary. There are hundreds and hundreds of open sim grids out there. But there's a lot more entailed in running a commercial grid than just throwing up some regions and calling it a day. Yeah, nice, Sierra. So, a lot of people cannot get past those major hurdles. So I'm really proud of the team that I have and the residents that are here. I think we've come over a lot of big hurdles, and as a community, we're able to find solutions for all of the hurdles that we've come through or that we've been faced with, and have able to, move forwards with that. And we'll continue to always do that. So, happy anniversary, I.O. Okay, next thing. Tier-free regions. On the Oasis Village and the Oasis Shopping Center, as you all know, I've sent out notices, talked at town hall meetings already. The deadline is coming up in just a few days. March 15th, the tier-free regions will be going offline. The tier-free shops, sorry. With that, there are many places in I.O. that have shops for rent. If you do a search for malls or shops, we've had new ones pop up. Excuse me. Other ones that have expanded. There's definitely lots of places, so if you're looking to find another place for your shop, just look around, talk to people, network. There are people out there that have open shops for you. On the 15th, if you still have items in your shop on either the Oasis Village or the Oasis Shopping Center, they will be taken down. They're not going to be returned to you. We just simply shut off those regions. Anything on there will be gone. There's no way to get it back. I've given everybody a heads up for a long time. So please make sure that if you have anything in those shops before the 15th, make sure you either take your items or you have copies of them in your inventory, because on that day they will be shut down and you will no longer have access to those items. So that's kind of a big day to remember, March 15th. Again, I just wanted to touch base on friend requests and people seeing me online and things like that. There's been a lot of people that have either been offended or questioning what did I do because I removed everybody from my friends list. It is not personal. Please do not take it personal. Same with accepting friendship. I even put that in my profile. I was having a very hard time logging in because I had over 1,000 people on my friends list. I believe all the Palinos had the same thing, because you can kind of imagine we have over 6,000 members and we've been here for 3 years. And everybody wants to be your friend, which is great, but in turn, it can, do things to sugar. So I have removed everybody but my immediate staff. It doesn't mean we can't talk, doesn't mean we're not friends. It just simply means that I cannot have everybody on my friends list. And to be fair, I can't pick and choose. Well, you're a friend, and well, you're not really that close of a friend. Okay, I don't do that. That's not fair at all. So I have my staff on my friends list. So I just wanted to let you all know it is not personal in any way, shape, or form. On those lines, just because you don't see me online does not mean that I'm not here. So if you need to get a hold of me, please make sure we have many ways for people to get a hold of any of us Palinos, whether it's through a note card in my mailbox, an instant message, sending me a note card personally. If you're having, if you own regions and you need assistance, things like that, we have our IO pager. I'm also have my Facebook. You can send me a private message on Facebook. So there's always ways to contact me, and I am online every day. Some days I may only be able to check my mails and things, so I'm online for like 15 minutes. Most days I'm on much longer, but I will be in here every day. Same with Damien. He is also in every day. So we're able to check things. Along with not seeing us, I've been hearing, and this has been, I think from the start of I.O. I hear people come up with, there's nobody here. Okay, well, we have tools that tells us how many people are here. So I kind of chuckle sometimes when I hear that. Just because you don't see people on your friends list does not mean that there aren't people here. I don't believe there is one person in I.O. that is friends with everybody on the grid. So actually that's really kind of a false statement. Just because you don't see them does not mean they're not here. It just means they're not standing next to you where you can see them. That is your chance to get out and explore, network with people, meet new people, go to events, and you'll be able to see there is much more people than what you thought. That was kind of something we went through with the mentor department, and they were kind of surprised. They're like, well, wow, I didn't even know this person was here. Again, we had 131 new members as of February. So for those of you who say nobody's here, do you know all 131 new members that came in? Or the 12 new members that landed in the past 2 days? Always keep that in mind when you're looking to meet new people, when you're trying to market your product. Get it so that you're available and you're easily accessible.
Like a good example, just real quick, is I think I counted 14 people here in this meeting area, but there's well over 20 people online right now. So there's a lot of people online that may not be on your friends list that are online now, but they're just not on this sim. You know, they're just kind of scattered across the grid.
Which that happens all the time. There's always people here. Okay, moving on. Last thing that I have is mentors. We are always looking to hire for mentors. Mentors are the first people that new members see. So we're looking to find people that like to spark excitement, are really good with others, like helping other people, very friendly. We have two positions. There's a 2-hour-a-week position and a 4-hour-a-week position. Those, if it's something that you're interested in learning more about, you could contact either myself or Vicki Day, and we can get you in for an interview and let you know more about it. The 4-hour position, you do get a piece of land on staff land, which is approximately 2,000 prims. You get that for as long as you remain on the staff. Okay, that is about all I had. So I will hand it over to Damien.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Make my way up here to the podium. So how is everybody today? Good, I hope. I'm still kind of waking up. Took a little nap before the meeting, so you have to bear with me. Okay, good. I'm glad everybody's here. It's good to see some new faces, some familiar faces. It's just good to see people here. We appreciate you taking the time to come out and sit with us and talk. The one thing I want to talk about is a couple of issues that has been brought to my attention, things I've been actively working on. Some challenging issues, and I know one of which is going to be of great interest to one of the people here, who's Volk. Volk, good to see you here. I don't know, is this your first town hall meeting? I don't know if this is or not, but I'm glad to see you here. The LL, he can't hear. Oh, you're relaying, okay. The one issue he's interested in, I know, is the LL give inventory function, which does work when the receiver and the prim with the script are on the same region, which is not all that helpful, really. I don't know why they even bothered implementing the function if it wasn't going to work across regions, but they did. I am actively working on a solution. I have a solution, and I'm doing testing. I had talked to Volk about this several days ago and told him it would take me approximately a week to finish my testing and to get that function working. I believe that's probably still an accurate estimate, probably within a day to 2 days of having the solution ready to roll out. Sort of related to that is the marketplace is currently having an issue with product delivery. This issue that I discovered, it was also reported to me by somebody, one of our members took the time to submit that to me, so I appreciate that very much. So working on that as well. The new version of OpenSim, they sort of changed the way product delivery happens and how items are inserted into your inventory, and so therefore the marketplace and how it sends product to your in-world avatar has changed slightly. So I have to make some adjustments. That is also in the works, and I'm also working on a solution. In fact, the solution for the last 2 items for the marketplace issue and the LL give inventory issue will probably use the same solution, ironically. So those 2 things should be resolved within the next couple days. Also, there was an issue with some scripting functions that Sub-Zero, our scripter, had brought to my attention, mainly related to scripts sitting avatars on objects, and we're not entirely certain if it's related to the physics engine. Currently, we're using the Bullet Cement physics engine. Grid-wide, that's the grid engine right now. Not sure if these issues are related to that. But I will tell you that we're going to do some more testing. I'm going to have Sub do some more testing on a sim with the old ODE engine running on it and see if those issues still exist there. If they do not, in other words, if we determine that these scripting engines or scripting function issues are related to the physics engine, then we will consider rolling back to ODE just for the purpose of making sure these functions work. It obviously was never our intention to roll out a physics engine that was going to break people's products or cause issues with scripting. That was obviously not our intention. So if we discover that that is in fact what's happening, then we will roll it out, or we will roll back to ODE. Obviously, we're not going to roll back to 0742, but we'll roll back to physics engine, back to the old one, which we know is we know those functions work. The other item that I have on my list is sort of an announcement, something that Sugar and I and Allie have been discussing for some time now. The genesis of this is I'm trying to think of the right word, trying to sort of break the myth that IO or Island Oasis is an island, quote-unquote, island-themed grid, which for those of you who have been here and spent time here, you know that's not entirely true. There's a lot of regions on the grid that are not island-themed. There's a lot of people here who have no interest in beaches and palm trees and those sorts of things, even though that's my thing. But there's a lot of people who are interested in other things. And so we want to try and get away from that stereotype and being sort of pigeonholed as we're the island grid, and if you don't like islands and beaches and palm trees, then don't go there. We're trying to get away from that. And so in discussing and talking about potential ways we can try and break away from that stereotype, we've been discussing the implementation of mainland. Implementing a mainland, now we're still working out details. Right, Sierra likes grunge cities, you know, and I think that's awesome. We like variety, we want variety, and we encourage that. We don't want to be pigeonholed as the island-themed grid, which unfortunately certain reporters of certain online magazines tend to describe us as that. But anyway, I digress. We're going to be working on a mainland project, which I'm really excited about. I think it's going to be really cool. We're still nailing the details down. We're nailing down price. We're nailing down how the regions or parcels will be claimed by the end user, and how we will monitor and manage payments, and so on. So there's some details we have to work out. So we're not looking at a rollout for another 2 to 3 months. We also want to put mainland on a dedicated machine, a dedicated server, so having those regions on the grid will not interfere with existing regions. But that's something we're talking about, and we're excited about it. I'm excited about it, and I think it'll be good for us. It'll give people more options. We're talking about the mainland being residential only, but we still have to work out details. And I'm sure Sugar will expound on this subject. I'm sure Allie will expound on this subject a little bit throughout the course of this meeting. But I just wanted to be the first one to kind of put it out there. I think it will help us grow. It'll help break away from that stereotype that we are only an island-themed grid, and that if you're not into beaches and palm trees and coconuts, then don't bother. You know, because that's really not the case at all. So thank you for listening to me babble. If you guys have any questions, obviously hold them to the end, and I'd be happy to address your questions when we get to that point. So I'm going to hand it back to Sugar, and then she can do what she does.
Oh my God. Thank you, dear. Okay, that was interesting. Yes, yes, you do. Okay, so now that you are done, I will hand it off to Allie. Go ahead, Allie.
Bear with me here. Like Sugar, I have a bad cold.
Yeah, you
So
should
let me
see
know
me
if
and
everyone
her
can
in
hear
our
okay.
meetings.
Yeah,
Me and her
cough,
together
cough,
are
sneeze,
like.
sneeze. Hi, for those of you who don't know, I'm Allison Polino, and I'm the marketing director here, among many other facets. I head the marketing department, where we've kind of broken that down into 3 different teams, where we focus on media, public relations, and social media. Right now I am hiring for staff. We do have a staff member here, Sydney. I thought I saw Tom log on, but Tom's here too. Tom's a mentor, but he's also in the marketing department as well. I am hiring for the marketing department. Some of the perks are residential land with approximately 2,000 per or more. That's after 30 days of active employment. With the marketing department, you also have a potential for earning enrolled pay. That's kind of based on what you do. But with the marketing department, it's work your own hours on the days you choose the assignments you like, and the more you do, the more you could potentially earn. So, yeah, I'm not a slave driver. Any help is always welcome. I did want to touch on that a little bit. Whether you're just a resident that's here looking for more people to network with or hang out with, or a merchant looking for, clients to sell, the end goal should be for all of us to collectively try to expand on the growth of Island Oasis. So one way we can do that is with networking with each other on any social media site or anywhere else. I do have a group position that you don't have to attend any of the marketing meetings or anything. It's just known as a marketing associate. And those are the people that every month or two, when I have different news announcements, grids, advertisements, or anything about the grid, I put that information out in that group notice just for people to publicly share with one another. So if anybody wants to be added, let me know. Tom, testing.
Allie, I hear you. I'm thinking
Okay.
he's got to turn you up for some reason.
Okay.
So just continue.
All right. So, well, I just wanted to touch on the fact that we are hiring, and there's a lot of different things to what we do. So anybody interested, meet with me, talk to me, and let me help you out with that. The second thing I wanted to talk about is there have been a few times where people have asked me about how do I market? How do I, get out there? How do I let people know I'm here? There's a lot that you can certainly do to network, whether it's groups and world, beyond using our viewer splash page ads, our marketplace ad, groups that are in world, Facebook and other social media. An additional way we've just implemented is to buy banner ad space on the Island Oasis information portal. I did check. Now these are the stats from last month, but we did have, and these are unique visitors, which was kind of weird. The site was visited 3,491 times last month. I was like, wow. I mean, I've been spamming everywhere, so I'm sure a lot of those visits are maybe people who aren't even residents here, just kind of looking. But it was nice to see that kind of result with that. The news page, which also serves as our home page, does see the most traffic, and it also has the largest amount of minutes per user visit spent on that page itself. The second highest page that is visited and longest amount of time spent on it is our business directory page. Listing there is free. You can go to the website and simply just submit your site just from there. We do want to know what businesses are here, but we do want to use this as a tool for residents to be able to find you. Again, we don't want the scenario where things like Sugar sharing, people saying, oh, there aren't people here. That's another good way to kind of let people know that you are here, is to list yourself for free on the business directory. But we are selling banner ad space that can be purchased right here in Island Oasis, right here at this region. The Island Oasis headquarters, there's a teleporter at the back that takes you to the marketing department. We do have an office there that's specifically for the information portal. On the wall, there's tons of links, whether you want to get to our Twitter feed, our Facebook page, any of that. Those are up all on the wall. This room up there is pretty much all interactive. But we are selling the banner ad space for 500 Polinos in world currency, so you don't have to have a PayPal account to do that. But don't forget, we do have the marketplace ads and the viewer splash page ads. Those are really affordable. The next thing I wanted to talk about is the Shop the Blocks program. We'd started that, and I had a resident who was assisting. She joined the marketing department, but due to real life issues, she's not here as much. So the Shop the Blocks kind of got a little bit sidelined. I'm specifically also hiring somebody for that department to kind of work with that within our marketing department. But I did want to announce that the Shop the Blocks, which has 2 locations, it's in the tier-free regions that are due to close on March 15th. We do have a few residents who did participate and are participating in that. I do have a new location, so although Shop the Blocks is moving, we're taking the 2 locations and merging it into one region. The purpose of this Shop the Blocks is kind of twofold. Number one is to spotlight merchants here on IO and provide a location for them to pass the landmark to their main location out to the residents. And 2, to offer a promotional location where nothing costs over 100p. Now, this is in no way a substitute for the tier-free shops, although the areas for the merchants are completely free, participation is free. It's just meant for merchants to have an area to put a few items out and provide a landmark back to your main store, just as a networking tool to get people further out into the grid. Here you go. So that will be open hopefully by March 15th. So if anybody wants to participate, do let me know on that. So that's about all I have for now, and I'll turn that back over to Sugar.
Thanks, Allie. Alright. Oh, I was just going to tell you, Allie, if you want to stay up here, Damien, if you want to head up here. I would now like to open the floor for any questions. All right, Auburn is typing. Okay. Yeah, it has. The problem is we had just upgraded our logo before we realized that we were kind of thought of as the themed grid. Yeah, the island themed grid. So as of right now, we're not going to be changing the logo. But that's always, an option for us to do. So right now our logo isn't even, I don't think it's a year old yet, our new logo. No, it's not even a year old yet. So we got to let the dust settle a little bit for that. So we'll try and do other things to help show that we are not an island themed grid. Still cannot change the name. That's definitely something that we're not going to change. If we change the name of Island Oasis, I'm not saying change it, okay. Yeah, because then it would end up being...
Yeah, and Sierra's right. It's just the way when people hear the name, they just draw that conclusion. And obviously we're not going to be able to totally get away from that because we're called Island Oasis, unfortunately. But we're going to do our best to try and at least show people there is more here than just that. Right. Changing the name would be basically starting over. Because at least at this point
we have not an option.
We have name recognition, so that actually works in our favor to a certain degree. But we're just going to have to keep continually working on ways to try and combat that stereotype.
One thing I don't understand why people say that we're the island-themed grid, including in SL, unless it is a big mainland. Every region on every virtual world is surrounded by water. There's no getting away from that. SL, even their mainland, is surrounded by water. Yeah. So, it is what it is. So it's just kind of people's perceptions, which is okay. Alright, Kat is typing. Oh, two of them.
Yes, the LL Give inventory does work for offline avatars, I believe. Just not, no, you know what? I think you're right. I don't think it does. So, yes, that's something I'll be looking into. Saving inventory for offline avatars and delivering to avatars that are on a different region than the region that the script is running on.
And Kat, I so agree. We have a wind chill advisory out again. I'm so done with this cold. Oh. Need a mask. I know, I see you two. You two cracked me up. Okay, are there any other questions, comments, or concerns that you would like addressed? Going once. Going twice. So, thank you all for attending this month's meeting. It is great to have you guys here. Hopefully the recording worked. We've had some technical difficulties the past couple times. Hopefully this worked, where we will get this up on our website, YouTube channel. And again, thank you all for being a part of Island Oasis. You guys are what makes Island Oasis run. Try to stay warm and have a safe month. Bye-bye.